Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Give me a thumbs up just for the intro.
What is up, guys? It's the homie Bigg Vic, and I'm back in the building with another video. Today, I'm back in my Amazon box again for you guys. I just wanted to let you guys kind of just fill y'all guys in on some things to watch out for when doing Amazon relay, just so if you decide to get in the business with Amazon with your box truck, you'll know what to look out for. That way you won't be surprised and shocked when it's time to get in there and start making that money. So first thing I realized was that I needed a badge, the security badge, you know, my driver badge. So my first couple of weeks, you know, when I would go and pick up my loads at the Charlotte CLT9 distribution center, I would have to pull over, run inside the facility, go to the security desk, get my visitor badge. Now this part really doesn't make sense to me, but I would have to get my security badge, go back to my truck, you know, go through the gate, check in, and once after I checked in, I would get to the driver's side where you know where the drivers go in to get their loads. There's another gate right there that you have to use your pass. Now at that pass, it does not let you inside of the door, and that particular security door. You still have to wait for security that just checked you in to come around and still let you in the gate. Like, that process was cool the first day, the second day, but the third day I got annoyed because I'm like, all right, I need a badge to where I don't have to do this process here. It's slowing me down from loading up my truck, and it's kind of messing with my time the time frame that they give you, you know, that they allow you to load your truck. So anyway, I reached out to support. This is something that you definitely want to do when you start running Amazon relay loads. Make sure you reach out to support within the relay app and let them know that you need a permanent badge. You need to get your badging process done. So someone will reach back out to you and get your information, you know, your driver information, company that you're running for if you're not running for your own company, and they will start the badging process. Listen, when I tell you you really need that badge, because most facilities you go to, like if it's an Amazon facility, you have to use the badge to get through, you know, to get in. And if it's like a facility where you have to unload your truck, sometimes that badge still may not work. They may still have to let you in so you can unload your truck, especially if it's a facility that you won't kind of frequently be going to. So, but good thing about that badge is once you do have the permanent badge, like for instance, if I ran into that same issue at the Raleigh-Durham distribution center because I didn't have a permanent badge. So of course I had to jump out the truck, run around to the front of Amazon, get a visitor badge. They hold your license. So when you finish loading your truck, you have to stop again, get your license, and give them their visitor badge back. At that facility, once you do get your permanent badge, at every facility where you have to load your truck up, all they have to do is enter your badge number into their computer, and that will give you access to that facility as well. So you don't have to continue to go through the nonsense and waiting for security to let you in. Like, when I tell you that was frustrating, because I'm sitting there like, yo, I was just over there talking to security. They gave me a visitor badge. Why do I have to wait for them to come back around here and let me in to load my truck? Like, it just didn't make any sense to me. But once I got the badge, it was a big breather. It saved me a lot of time. What I like to do is get there like 30 minutes early, because most times if you're running a route to where you're dropping loads at post offices, you can usually get there about 30 minutes early, and they will already have those loads ready to be loaded onto your truck, which you can get out of there really early and have your truck loaded on time and out of there. So after that, once you get that badging process out of the way, and one of my clients, he actually started Amazon Relay before me, and he didn't even have a badge. He couldn't figure out how to get the badging process started. So he still was pulling over, going to get a visitor badge just to load his truck up. And I was like, oh, I already have my badge. He's like, how'd you get your badge? I'm like, hey, go into the support, send them a message that you need permanent badging as a driver, so it doesn't slow you down when it's time to load your truck up, etc., etc. And someone reached back out to me from the badging team, and we got my badge, and that is gonna make your life so much easier when you run routes that you actually are dropping loads at post office routes. Now, I like to pick routes where I have, I get loaded. Like here in Columbia, they load the truck. Something like Port Wentworth, they unload the truck. When I go do drops at the airport, from Columbia to the airport in Charlotte, they unload the truck there as well. But what I found is, and this is something you want to pay attention to, pay very, very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. If they load your truck, or if they unload your truck, make sure, however many straps you have back there, make sure your straps are back there on your truck. Make sure your pallet jack is on your truck. If you have loading bars, make sure your loading bars are on your truck. Now, my pallet jack came up missing. All of my straps were missing. And my loading bar was missing. So if you don't pay attention to those things, I was able to go back to the facility and retrieve my pallet jack, all of my straps, and my load bar. Matter of fact, I went to the facility here in Columbia, so my load bar was missing. I get to another, they said they put it back. I get to another drop-off location. I go check my truck. It's in a completely different load bar. It's not even the load bar that I originally purchased. So you gotta keep your eyes on those things, guys. That was pretty annoying for me, but Amazon lets you leave a rating, like after you do a load, on how was the visit, how was your last trip. So you can go in there and spill all the tea that happened if you want to on that particular facility. So what I do now is, now that I've been running quite a few routes and I kind of know the guys that's loading my truck, I say, hey, pallet jack, load bar, and my straps. I tell them everything that's on there before they start loading my truck. I need everything to be on my vehicle, because Amazon did not pay for straps. They did not pay for my pallet jack, and Amazon did not provide load bars for me. So I had to purchase all of those tools myself, and we want to make sure that we keep those on our vehicles, because some of these guys that load your trucks, I'm telling you now, they don't care. They just load your truck. They're just doing their job, and a lot of times they'll forget. Like they unloaded my truck one time in Charlotte at the airport, and I go back there. They closed the gate. I'm looking at my pallet jack with my straps wrapped around it inside the gate, and they claim they were finished. I'm like, whoa, run that pallet jack. That's $350. I need that. Run my pallet jack. Put that back in my truck. Thank you, sir. So things like that you gotta watch out for, because you will get to a location and get ready to unload your truck, and you have nothing to unload your truck with, especially that pallet jack. That just makes your life so much easier. So watch out for things like that, man. Make sure you keep your eyes on them guys that's unloading and loading your truck up for the postal routes. Now, sometimes when Amazon loads the load board on Wednesdays, Thursdays, there's like a lot of loads up there. I mean, they start loading it up back to back. You'll just see loads up there. So a lot of times, if you pay really close attention, there's some sweet loads up there where you're not going super far that are paying pretty well. So you can catch loads that way. You can also post your truck. Now, I did quite a few posted truck orders. What happens here in Columbia, usually my postal truck orders get picked up in Charlotte, like something I really didn't expect. But Charlotte is always, kind of jumping, up there in that location. So my postal truck orders got picked up there. Some of them were for $5. Some of them were for $6, but the $6 ones wasn't really going that far. I think I made like $100 for maybe 2 miles. They paid me like $100 just to take a load from this location to maybe 2 miles away. So postal truck is definitely a good thing to do, especially if you're in the area that's kind of jumping. So you can definitely make more money doing postal truck. But my secret sauce with Amazon is sometimes I do book out my schedule. You can book out your schedule a week in advance, right? But what I noticed was a lot of those same loads that Amazon sends out. This the juice right here. This is a gem right here. I'm about to hit y'all with a gem right here if you plan on doing Amazon Relay. A lot of times if you don't book that load in advance, if you hang out on the load boards the day of, sometimes those same loads will pop back up, especially early morning routes. You'll see early morning routes pop up to where, maybe some of the guys were loading their truck. They couldn't get all of the pallets on their truck, or, some of the gaylords on their trucks, or some of the boxes on their truck. And Amazon needs another driver to bring the rest of that stuff to a post office. Those same loads may pay you almost twice what the original guy is making running that same route. Shh. Don't tell nobody I told you that. So, but you can also catch loads that is the same day that Amazon really needs to move quick. I've caught several $650 loads from Columbia to Atlanta, one way, of course, but that was enough for going and coming back because it's paying well over $2 and maybe 75 something cents per mile. So for me, that was a nice payday. Like, I've done 3 loads in a day with Amazon because I started really understanding like the military time, first of all. So I understand that I can catch an early morning route. I can catch a morning route, like mid, almost 11ish, 12 o'clock afternoon route, and then I can catch a night route. So I call it an evening route. So I've been able to catch 3 loads in one day doing Amazon Relay. So it just depends on all how you work it. But when I tell you, you want to make sure you get that badge ASAP. You want to have that badge ASAP, especially if you're doing a lot of postal routes where you're going to load your truck up and drop off at post office facilities. And a lot of times, the times that Amazon will have up there, they may want you to arrive by like 5:15. But if you pull up at 4:30 and that post office is open, nothing stops you from going ahead and dropping that load at that time. That just gives you a bigger window to drop your loads for the next stop. I never do no more than 2 stops. So I'll do Columbia, then I may drop to Orangeburg, or I'll do Columbia or Charlotte, just the Columbia post office, or I'll do, 2, just no more than 2 routes. But it's usually like right around my area. I may be like 15-20 minutes from home from dropping at a post office. So these are some of the things to look out for. Amazon drops those checks on every Friday. Every Friday the bag is in the mail. Well, not the mail, but when I say mail, I mean deposited in the account, direct deposited in the account. So, and keep your performance score up. Keep your performance score up. You don't really have to be a what I call a load board stalker. You can. I keep my eyes. I like to schedule out. Usually how I like to run my Amazon Relay business is I'll schedule out some loads, but then I'll leave a couple of days open just so I can have some room to catch a last minute run that Amazon needs to be ran kind of quick, something they need done immediately. And peak season is on the way. So the loads that we're seeing now, most of those loads are gonna be doubling. Some of them probably tripling for that run because it's peak season. They're gonna really need these trucks moving. So man, if y'all have more questions, I know y'all gonna drop them down below in the comment section. Now, some of you guys already hit me up and want me to kind of walk you through the entire process. Now, I checked out the homie Demetrius B. Shout out to Demetrius, dropping a comment on the first video I dropped on box trucks. Demetrius B has videos on his channel that you can check out that will basically tell you everything that you need to know to get your Amazon business up and running. So, but I think I run mine slightly different, probably not too much different. I mean, it's Amazon Relay, but I just kind of probably have a different perspective on how I like to run my business with Amazon. So if you happen to go check out one of his videos that, you know, you kind of still don't get it, Demetrius does one-on-one. I'm currently doing one-on-one, giving you a complete walkthrough. So some of you guys hit me up and basically want me to reach out, hold your hand, and walk you through. And I'm super busy. So I'm gonna be honest with you, you're gonna have to cut the check if you want me to hold your hand and walk you through this Amazon business. If you just don't feel like watching all these videos and trying to figure out the BOC3 registration, UCR registration, you know, what you need to put down on the application when applying for your authority. So if you want information like that, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. It's gonna cost you $250 for us to do a one-on-one and for me to consult and walk you through this process. You can Cash App it. I'll throw that up on the screen, but definitely set up a time with me or reach me by email. My email is down below in the description. I can walk you through it. The information is readily available for you on how to get up and running, but some people just, you know, need a little more hand holding and need a little more coaching along the way. I understand that, you know, and if that's you, I'm here. I teach a little differently than maybe some other people teach. Some people like the way that I teach, especially like with tutorials, beat making videos, things of that nature. So I got a different style, a different approach when it comes to, you know, teaching and training. So if that's you and you're looking for the teacher, you ready to be the student, y'all know the homie Bigg Vic is here. I got the jewels, I got the information. Let's get paid, period. So this thing is crazy. Now, after these 2 weeks is up and I retire from the shop, I'm gonna like do over the road. Like I'm gonna do it a week and see if I like it, because I already have a dispatcher that's already finding great loads. Like I've been turning down loads left and right because I'm not ready to go on the road, but the numbers have been sounding really good. So I'm gonna do some on over the road, maybe for a week, go out there, you know, see what type of bag I can bring back. And the new truck is in the works. When I go grab it, I'm flying out to go get the new truck real soon. So when I do that, I'm gonna probably take some video footage of that while I'm going to grab that new, and we gonna make some things happen. That's gonna be the one that I'm taking over the road. So this one I'm gonna keep for running Amazon routes for my drivers that I have here that will be running this particular truck. So man, if y'all guys have questions, y'all already know, drop them down below in the comments. And if you feel like I dropped some jewels and some tools and some things you didn't think about before getting started with this Amazon Relay business, make sure you thumbs this video up, man. Drop a comment, man. You already know what it is, man. I got more on the way. Beats is coming, but y'all really liked that first box truck video. So hit me down in the comments, man. It's your homie Bigg Vic. Y'all already know what it is. We always hustling. We always will be growing. Till the next video, man. Peace.